A week of work by United Nations panel working on climate change has culminated in a new report. Reporter Rachel Costa from our DC Bureau takes a look at the findings.
The new UN report on climate change is being referred to as a guide on how to defuse a climate time bomb. It warns that by 2030, we'll hit the critical warming threshold. UN Secretary General says we're running out of time.
Humanity is on thin ice, and that ice is melting fast. Humans are responsible for virtually all global heating over the last 200 years. The rate of temperature rise in the last half century is the highest in 2,000 years. Concentrations of carbon dioxide are at their highest in at least 2 million years.
The report said temperatures are estimated to rise 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit above pre-industrial times in the next decade. That could also cause a chain of climate disasters, including the acceleration of sea level rising, coastal flooding, heat waves, and stronger hurricanes.
There could be unprecedented significant changes to the humans and also the nature. And we could lose a lot of species. So it might not be a world that we know about.
Developed countries have had most of the impact, and yet developing nations are the one already suffering from climate change and will be ultimately more impacted since they have fewer resources to deal with the consequences.
Developing world countries where they grow most of their own food, a lot of those are in areas that are pretty water stressed already. And just a little bit of change in rainfall could lead to mass famine in places where there's not enough resources to buy food from elsewhere.
The report highlights that while we have reached a critical time for climate change, it is still possible to hold global warming to safe levels. But nations will need to immediately transition away from fossil fuels. Reporting for the South Florida Media Network, I'm Rachel Costa from Washington, D.C.